there, especially with everyone else being so loud and proud about their positions.
Yeah, especially when he plays right behind Inters. And I think the cool thing about that Gambit do that not many teams would is when he gets tagged early, a lot of teams will go, hey, can I have the AWP, mate? Can I get that from Shiro? I'm 10 health.
Good luck taking it from Shiro.
Yeah, firstly that. Secondly, no, they actually find a way to make him valuable with 10 health by setting him up as that like bait player hidden at the back. And that means Shiro can keep on the angle, he can keep B confidently. A lot of options there for Gambit. Nice read in that round. But will you read right every time? This time they take Banana. Weird smoke. Elige doesn't want to go through. Oh, Shiro grabs Grim on a jiggle as well. Wide angle, and it's getting scary. Stewie's looking for the pistol, and he does find it, and they pushed it back. Liquid, meanwhile, just taking middle. Elige with a hero rifle, but not for long. Just headshot by Axile. Fallen's taking it, but you're hoping for a hero here if you're Liquid, and you're not expecting one. Gambit 3 kills away from taking their second, and they'd love to keep it flawless as well.
It's looking good for them to keep all 5 alive, isn't it? Stewie's Deagle. Maybe. Oh no, Inters is just tucked in. Naf will get one. Not able to make it a double, but Stewie will. A little bit more damage done here at the end. That's all right if you're Team Liquid. You know, the 5-on-2, you're able to bring 2 of those players out of the round. You keep the money down low. Well, not low, but not getting established
it's
yet.
better than keeping 5 alive. At least for Liquid. Still trying to break through that bank, though. They've got another reinvestment. No AWP for Fallen. Shiro, he's just really been seen towards that B-bomb site so far. Yet to need to switch it up. The 4-man stacks on A enabled by it are just enough to keep these rounds alive for Gambit. Elige beats the Molotov. Oh, they want to fight him there. That flash doesn't really go as planned. Axel gets fully blinded, bails out. Luckily, no punish play from Elige, who was also tucked in. Util getting traded at Banana. I don't think they'll be caught out by Sandbags again. He's even going to have to smoke the Molotov just to make sure they don't hunt him down in the fire, and Liquid are close to doing that.
It's a little spooky because he wanted to get out there, but he didn't really know where they were at Banana. His teammate and Hobbit had already gone back into the site, so it's not like he had anyone who could have checked that for him, right? For all Nafany knew, they could have been at the half wall already. They could have seen that smoke go down. Little nade stack into CT. Inters, the timing on that, man. Now brought down low. And Team Liquid are just going to wait for the time being. They pull the brakes on this one. Content with the 5-on-4, knowing the nades might have found damage. Now they look to pounce on the back of these flashes. Smoke down in CT, Grim leading the charge into the bomb site. Hobbit waiting to try and deny a bomb plant. Oh, it's close, but it's not close enough for Hobbit. There's a nice nade to remove Stewie 2K. And so we find ourselves in a 4-on-4. Once again, Shiro hanging all the way back at long, holding for any flanks. Also in a position where he can look to hold on to the AWP. So that means success needs to be found. And with the kills initially getting traded in favor of Team Liquid, it's 5 on the board for this T side.
Yeah, no one's even going to peek CT as well, right? Once you're tucked behind Nubox there, you're just locking in the angle. You don't want to give Shiro away back in. You know what he's going to be doing. First round, he's away from B. First round, Liquid, you know, get in for free. Yeah, that was a bit awkward, right? Nafany getting trapped there at the sandbags. Definitely didn't know that Liquid was so far back with the util that they were throwing.
Now, that's one that you're a bit gutted. Like, when you go back and rewatch the VOD and you go, oh, man, like, yeah, I was actually totally fine, but he's just never to know that is the problem.
Yeah. Okay, Liquid, nice little B execute to get them back on the board and force another save out of Gambit. Right now, they're getting, you know, tested on the CT side. Still got these constant rebuys thanks to the saves, right? It may not be fun to watch, but it's what enables Gambit to avoid eco for now. Eventually, that's inevitable if Liquid keep finding more T rounds in a row. Shiro now up in the apartments with the AWP, peeking deep. Double setup. Elige going to deal with Axel here. Spam won't connect. He gets caught shooting through the wall. Axel grabs the first. There's a bit of damage in response for Naf. He's done a lot to Shiro. might want to get out of there. Everyone getting wounded up in apartments, and even the nade on B softening them up. It may not seem like a lot, but doing 10, 15 damage with a nade has great consequences because Gambit are running M4s, right? So one-shot headshots now a factor to take into account for these Liquid players, all except Stewie. Here come Liquid, looking to commit. Gambit one step ahead with 3, and Liquid just going to go through the smoke.
Oh yeah, Nafany up here on one of these boosts. There isn't a CT smoke down. And so they're just running it dry into this triple stack at B. That's a little ugly there, as it all kind of falls apart. They don't really have many options. They try to make that B hit happen. Gambit one step ahead with the early rotation. And
yeah,
so
that's
now the money of Liquid called into question.
That's just Liquid trying to get ahead of the rotate, right? They saw the double app setup. They saw Shiro with the AWP. A lot of your plan is going to be, all right, get away, especially on Inferno, right? Get away from that AWP. And that's why you see CT AWP is always, you know, moving around the map on this one. And so they just try and pump into B before Gambit have any more reinforcements. But they were super ahead of that, right? They got 1 kill in apps, and suddenly they send a third rotate to the B bomb site. Gambit read that one well. 3 to 5. And it's very competitive, Harry. It's exactly what we wanted. It's, you know, we're seeing similarities from Liquid's T side yesterday, except Gambit actually have answers to the problem, answers that NIP maybe couldn't field, at least not in the early game. Never felt like they were truly in control of Inferno.
No, I mean, even in a lot of those rounds, even if they had the right read and, like, you know, Liquid were walking into a stack, they would more than often end up winning it anyway, right?
Sure.
And we're already getting a lot less of that here. I think as well, Gambit are going to be pretty wise to some of these B plays that Liquid were throwing in against the NIP squad just yesterday. Oh my goodness.
It's more where that came from.
Oh, Naf's Deagle with the opener. Gonna go ahead and now look to grab that gun, throw it back, baby, into the hands of Elige.
And now all you've got is double smoke flash. So Liquid have planned for this exact round, right? They know they have nothing to play with, but just a gun. And with a missed shot from Shiro, they're going to get in deep. Spray has to come through. Hobbit needs a multi, and he's got 2 already. Elige trying to come in for some trades, and Hobbit will not allow it. Mowing down 3, 4. Pistol out. Let him ace. Shiro with a calculated missed shot, so Hobbit can find all 5. And Sui gets a deep, but Inter spams him through the smoke. Hobbit was going for a knife kill, FYI. And I would love to see that to close the ace, but not today. Instead, it's still a clean round for Gambit. Bit of a mess. Maybe clean's not the right word.
That's twice now as well Liquid have been stifled by these boosts. There was a bit of a weird part where like Elige goes running in and was like looking at Oranges as though it was on the ground as opposed to a boosted player, but I guess the guys who run in first just weren't fully aware what was happening. Just kind of knew the roundabout area or where they were shot in the back of the head from. But these B anchor players for Gambit are looking really, really good out of the gate. Nafany's given us some fantastic rounds. Hobbit alongside him now joining the ranks of these scary B players. Liquid still aren't deterred, grouping towards B early, trying to secure this apps control.
Yeah, Liquid actually smoked top B. Often you're going to see mollies or like nade stacks up top B out of spawn, but they know that, you know, not only will Shiro likely stand in a Molotov, but also they can smoke it off and find a way to fight through. So they just smoke it. Liquid use utility just to deny info for Gambit, and now they're going A. Shiro's already here.
Oh, yeah, Inter spotting even more players at long. And I thought it was the bomb spotted, but it looked like it was Stewie jiggling, so I can't imagine it was. Grim still trying to keep this banana control in the hands of Team Liquid. And Nafany started to move back towards A, with Stewie making noise up in top middle. Oh no, he fakes the footsteps, he fakes the rotation. Hobbit with a smoke spam delivers the goods. Not good for a double this time, but he's done enough. 1 for 1 and lots of damage onto Elige, sets up Nafany to try and hold down this B-bomb site again. Now, he did fake the footsteps on a rotation away, and he's dodged these players that have moved in for Team Liquid. Nafany traded by Fallen. And so now, Stewie 2K and Fallen have got to get this one over the line together.
Close shots for Shiro, but close won't cut it here. Stewie and Fallen taking deep peeks. Fallen's looking for that CT rotate. He's found the info. Are they ready for Axel, who's so late? Up banana. Stewie sits on an off angle, but with CT open, he's got to worry about that as well, so he'll deal with it easily. Now taking spawn, even more control, and now Shiro tries to hunt him down. Stewie's on his own. 1v2 turning around, quick shots, and Stewie out of ammo. Finds the dink to Shiro, cannot close the round unless time does it for him. I don't think it will. Shiro with just enough time for that defuse. NT for Stewie, and one more bullet would have done it. Whew.
That was almost a round, man. That was almost a big Liquid moment. A big Stewie moment. But the ammo, it always does you dirty.
Yeah.
It always does you as dirty as it can.
And the A4 as well, you know, take off the helmet or give him an AK and suddenly who knows where that round goes. It would have been great to see that out of Stewie as well. He suffered in the stats department yesterday for sure, right? Like, it was clear that he wasn't necessarily trying to be that star player. He was setting a lead up a lot of the time, running in first, getting traded, things like that. So, you know, it was fine, but that could be a round to really drag him forward. He's still top of the board right now, 10 and 9. Top of the server, other than Hobbit. And always great to see Hobbit.
I always struggle with
performing.
reading 9s as well. Like,
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was
they
zero.
look like Gs, and
No,
so I always
yeah.
get confused. I'm like,
Yeah,
is he...
Stewie 10 and G. No, I was looking at the wrong monitor. It's too far away. There's so many screens in this room, Harry. I can look wherever I want. I can stand with my back to you. That's actually my preferable way to cast.
Okay. That's unnecessary, but
Because
it's
you
fine.
distract me, Harry. Because you're just too good looking or something.
No. Well, don't worry. The kiss cam's coming. Here we go.
Oh dear.
A Liege donning a hero AK. Pistols and a little sprinkling of armor for Stewie 2K. Well, moderation be the key for Team Liquid. You should have 5 cups of liquid a day,
Yeah.
I think is my understanding of it. So let's see how much Gambit want to have.
Slurping it down. But in no hurry to do so. Still reading this 4-man A setup. Nafany going back, but he's still going to be able to quickly rotate into this A site, and he'll need to. Liquid are here. Liquid